And welcome back to Top Entrepreneur. In this segment of our show, our panel of experts will be providing expert advice to our contestants. And why don't we start off with our legal expert, attorney Mike Ruffolo.
Dennis, I was a little concerned that you don't have a legal entity formed yet. I do think there's some liability related to your business more than what could be covered by insurance, and it's something I think you should consider as forming a legal entity. It doesn't cost a whole lot, particularly when you're the sole owner. An LLC may be a good choice for you. The cost legal side wouldn't be that much, and about $520 a year after that to keep that in place. The other thought I had for you, Dennis, is the name Superior. I think it's really hard to trademark that name because it's such a common name used with businesses. And because you can't trademark it, if you do expand and broaden out, you might find you have competition. It'd be a little more difficult from a competition standpoint to brand yourself. Megan, just some thoughts on your business. The .com versus .net I think does make a difference, and I think it's important to really try to get that .com domain. Second, just some thoughts on the legal side. I'm new to your business, but there are anti-kickback laws, so referral fees. You have to be really careful in your business about how you pay people and how people are motivated to work and pay for you. And there's also, as you might know, HIPAA rules and confidentiality requirements. Those are things that you really need to consider as part of your business.
Thank you.
Mr. Lewis?
Hey, Megan, I'm very intrigued by your business. I think you're in the right place at the right time, given demographics. And I can say from a personal perspective with aging parents, both my wife and I, you know, the business that you're creating here does serve a very definite need. So I applaud you for that because, again, I think you're in the right place. My advice would be to you to try to get to your break-even point as soon as you can, because every day that you're not there can be, frankly, a little discouraging, but also costing you some money. But I definitely think you're on the right track. Dennis, you mentioned financing was the big hurdle, and I would agree with you. In your business, which tends to be somewhat capital intensive, financing is very important. It's integral. It's absolutely essential for your business. So my thoughts are really looking at your business plan to see what you are doing now and propose to do in the future, translating that into a cash flow projection because all of your debt service is driven off of cash flow, and then doing a capital plan based on those two other plans. And I think with those documents and that work that has gone into the prep of those documents, you will be in a much better place for when you do talk to whatever banker. And I think you will get a very kind reception.
Bob, let me interject one thing here very seriously. You brought up about debt service, but he's in the collection business as well, so they would kind of work off each other, would they not?
They are indeed the same thing, just different.
Debt and collection business, get it?
Oh, yes.
Fern?
Yes, thank you. Megan, I love the idea that you are offering this wonderful portal for folks that are going through searching and finding resources at this age demographic. I think one of the things that is really interesting, you may or may not know about, that there are communities all over Massachusetts now that are starting something called a naturally occurring retirement community. They are forming organizations themselves and trying to figure out how to put all the pieces of the pie together. I think your business could be a great resource for them, and I think if you can tap in on them, you can just Google, it's called NORC, N-O-R-C, Naturally Occurring Retirement Communities. Check it out. I think it's a great lead for you. Dennis, you know, with your face and your personality and your children, I think you should be...
Advertising specialties.
And his advertising specialties.
Right.
I think that you should be capitalizing on you personally as the man behind the truck. And if you want to play with the name, I know Mike was saying Superior may not be something that you can move forward on. I know you've already done that, but you might want to play off that. But what we've done sometimes, it's really helped folks a lot, is create a caricature for yourself. Maybe you could be the Superior trash man and do something, and you may even, I hate to say it, with children's laws and so forth, play off the kids a little bit, bring that family into it, and let folks folks know the energy that you're projecting and that wonderful family that you have and that terrific smile, because I think it'd be a great selling point.
Now, Fern, you got to keep one thing in mind. Now, Bubba is still here, the vice president, and Bubba might think that he's going to take over the company and call it Bubba and Dad.
There you go.
Okay? Although that might not be a bad idea, because usually all these businesses are so-and-so and son, or so-and-so and son, or and
Bubba
daughter.
and Dad has a ring
but
to
Bubba
it.
and Dad may have
Right,
a...
right on the truck there. Yes, good work. Very
They have
good.
the right
I like
End
it.
up into a family-run business, please do call a lawyer, because most families get in trouble if they don't have a
You
written
bring up
document.
an absolute marvelous point that when you get family members involved in business, it's almost a recipe for trouble.
As long as they're over 18.
Right, right. And we're going to be back with our decisions of our panel of experts as to who is today's top entrepreneur right after these messages.
For nearly a century, Myrick O'Connell has remained true to the core principles of professional excellence established by its founders. With offices in Worcester, Westboro, and Boston, our philosophy as a full-service business law firm is simple: pursuit of excellence in our work, excellence in client service, and excellence in value. Many law firms claim excellence in work and service. Excellence in value is tougher to come by. We keep our clients' perspective of value in mind, and we invite you to look closer at our record of success. Myrick O'Connell.